think the finish on this is probably a little bit nicer, the way it's put together. I like the fact that it's removable and you can replace it more easily, because if anything happens to it. You've also got these vented channels in here, which is going to help create that vortex we talked about. Good solid bit of kit, far more aerodynamic design. So I know, you know, a tube is fairly aerodynamic, but this is actually shaped and sculpted to be far more aerodynamic look. So it's got sharp lines to it. You can see there, that's where you would mount the intake, quite simply like that. So again, it's a little bit of a more modern design, but you know what I like about this is it's not trying to be over fussy just for the sake of it. So you've got this same style retaining plate that we looked at before on the Terra Firma. Now I did say that that's going to make things a little bit more difficult to seal it off, and I do stand by that, but as you can see on here, when that's actually mounted, you've got an awful lot of space around it here. Look, where it's a bit difficult to show you, but all around the outside there's actually a lip, so you could fill that with silicone, fill that with the Tiger Seal to seal it and bond it, and that is going to waterproof it much better than the Terra Firma. So I wasn't, in my head, I didn't know that the Terra Firma one was so similar to this one, and I think it's testament to what I said before, is taking some ideas and some elements from other designs and trying to make it fit all. I think you lose quite a lot in interpretation and in translation, and this is the original, and they've gone through a lot of different design processes to make this work properly, and it's not been copied perhaps the best as it could have been in some of the other designs we just looked at. I would say that this would definitely, this plastic Jobby, which is the actual name of the product, this would actually work really well as a raised air intake and a snorkel if you went to the trouble of fitting it, just because of the little extra details in there to make that bond to the outside of the vehicle in a waterproof fashion.